Hello everybody and welcome to episode 6 of Lectures in Labcoats. My name is Sparks and I will be your lovely lab-coated lecturing let's player for today, and today's video is a tutorial on this. This is a Breadmaker for the new version 1.5 of Minecraft, and this video is just going to be explaining the mechanic behind this system, which will be able to get you bread very very quickly providing you have bone meal aplenty, such as from a skeleton spawner. And it's just a fast production machine for bone meal, since the old design that I used to use was broken. So yeah, this video is going to explain a little bit about how it works, and then we're going to go ahead and show you how to build it. Crazy Man was helping me work on this yesterday. We sort of concepted it together, and then I spent most of today compacting it down. There's two versions. The main mechanic behind it is simply that dispensers can now grow wheat using bone meal, but what's really interesting about it is that it only fires bone meal if it needs to. So when this thing is turned on and pulsing, there's smoke, but the bone meal is not being used unless seeds are placed in front of it, like so. It does take more than one bone meal, and it's random, usually between 1 to 3 bone meal for each one. So there's 3 dispensers, and all of them will try and fire, and all of them will try and grow it. And that way you can make sure that the bone meal grows the wheat almost every time. I did a little bit of a test here. I basically wanted to see whether, because they're all firing at the same time, whether this would cause all of them to use the bone meal even if it only needed one. You can see there's 64 in here, 63 in here, and 63 in here, so only 2 of them fired to grow this piece of wheat, which is a good sign. It means that it's 100% efficient, no bone meal is wasted. This is a nice simple design. It's designed like this, and it basically you can just fill all of these by hand with bone meal. This design here is something I'm planning to use in my let's play, and it's designed to be used if you have a skeleton spawner, if you have an abundance of bone meal. It can hold a load of bone meal, and this whole funnel system up here is just to distribute the bone meal in here, and it means you have to refill it less often, but they do the same thing. They can both be placed flush in a wall, and the nice thing about this design, I find, is that if this was your cubby hole with the grower, you can easily refill it from up here if you don't actually have a direct skeleton farm you're feeding into it. So without further ado, I'm going to show you how to build this. It's very simple. We'll do the one without the hoppers first. They're identical, and then I'll show you how to add the hoppers. So we have our piece of dirt up here with the piston below. Then we want to bring a little bit of a quartz board around this. It doesn't have to be quartz. This is just my example block. 2 blocks up like that. You want to make a little hole for the water to be held in. The water hydrates this soil and stops it from becoming untilled again, because you need tilled soil for the seeds. Next, you want to put your dispensers down. It's all of them just facing the dirt here, and then you want to block over the top here. If you didn't know, you can shift click on a dispenser. I'm shifting, and then I click, and then it won't enter the dispenser. Yeah, okay, so a little bit of redstone coming through here now. We want to put 2 here, 2 here, get rid of those. Then you have a repeater going in here. So this redstone line here will power all 3 dispensers at the same time using a minimum amount of redstone. You could run redstone over the top of these, but when you come to the later design with the hoppers, it causes problems. So now we're going to add our clock to this system. You're basically just putting a block underneath here and a torch on the end, so that you see the torch actually powers this system up here. Now we just add the clock, so have a blocks, don't need that one there. Block here, like that. Get rid of that one. Piece of redstone dust here. Piece of redstone dust here. Then this repeater here is set to 3 ticks, so place it and then right click it twice. And that has our clock going. It just goes round in a loop. This is a really useful clock, and I'm using it in this situation because a lever can be used, or just powering this block will turn the clock off. So it's nice and easy to control. You see that it's pulsing the above system here. Now all we have to do is connect up our piston. So we have a repeater here set to 2 ticks, so just right click it once, and then one more piece of redstone at the end here. And that makes sure that the timings are right, so that these fire bone meal at just the right moment. So you can fill these up quite easily, like so. And once you get your seeds, it's an ink sac. Once you get your seeds, you should find that it grows your wheat for you perfectly. I have never found any of the produce from this system falling down under the piston, so it's 100% efficient. And there we go. That's basically been built. You can obviously power that block via a lever from a different place, such as next to the Breadmaker. I've just left it powered from behind to indicate how small it is. It's only 5 by 3, which I think is a really nice footprint size. Now, if we want to add the hopper system above, if we want to be able to feed tons of bone meal in, I'm not particularly happy with this bit, to be honest. It's the smallest I can do, but it's still not as small as I'd like it. But there's a bit of a problem with hoppers, in my opinion, at the moment, which means that it's very difficult to divide bone meal into 3. Oh, hang on, I'm just going to replace these and explain what I'm doing for those of you who don't know how to place hoppers. I've shift-clicked on these dispensers here. This one here, I've shift-clicked it on here, and you can see the little funnel is pointing at that. The next one, I shift-click here, and you'll see the funnel is pointed at that block. And this will help the bone meal be funneled in the right direction. So I shift-click on that one, it's pointing that way, shift-click on that one, and then here I'm shift-clicking on that one. So it all goes around. And then our chest goes on top. Doesn't have to be a chest, of course. It can be a feed from anything. This design, the hoppers feed the dispensers fast enough to keep up with the wheat production this makes. So there's no waiting time. However, a slight downside is that this dispenser will not fill until these two and these two are full. So it progressively fills. It keeps up while it's full, but as soon as this runs out, you may experience problems. So you can add a comparator and a lamp or a note block or something to let you know when you're running low. So yeah, this is the two designs. This world is available for download in the video description, as well as an MC Edit schematic should you wish to use it. So yeah, I'd love to hear what people think about it. This is a series, so if you've enjoyed what you've seen and you'd like to see more tutorials and experiments from lectures and Labcoats, you can click through the series at the end of this video. This was Sparks. Goodbye.